a daughter here and her family, and so we have been all through Kailua and, you know, surrounding areas. And then the last time we were here, we went over to Hilo. I've been everywhere. It's really an incredible place. And it feels, compared to California, it feels like a step back to just a slower time. My father was a jazz guitarist, and when I was 5, I got my first little flute-a-flone recorder, and he played with me every night after dinner. And you know, by the time I was 10 or so, I knew, you know, a dozen standards, jazz standards, and I learned by ear. And then I started lessons, classical flute lessons, and ended up with 2 degrees in classical flute. And as soon as I got out of graduate school, I went on the jazz road. You know, I mean, that's what I really wanted to do.
You know, when I arrived this morning, I could feel the swelling of Pele. This is Pele land, you know, and she is a maker of new things, new land. And I just feel the swell of things happening here. And in terms of jazz, jazz takes you to places that you don't usually go in your mind and in your heart and your soul. And I sort of see the fires of Pele coming through, in that there's great vibration in jazz as with this island that is Pele's island.
Like a lover, the velvet moon shares your pillow and watches while you sleep. Its light thrives on tiptoe, gently taking you in its embrace. Oh, how I dreamed I could be like the velvet moon to you. Now just feel the love. The Jeff Hamilton Trio.
My first memories are with my mother in the kitchen, where she would teach me harmonies to her Hawaiian songs, and she's renowned as the most prolific Hawaiian songwriter since Lili Uokalani. I sang with Mummy professionally in a family Hawaiian music group for over 25 years, and our greatest joy was to share our culture through our family music. I think of my music as not only being Hawaiian, but there's a touch of jazz and rock and country western, so I tend to call my music hula rock, hula jazz, hula blues, and hula twang.
That knows your lips, let it be me, my love, and the table that feels your fingertips, let it be me, let me be your love, bring an end to the endless days and nights.
As when the rain falls, we were always told it's the heavens making love to the earth. This song, Like a Lover, is very, very Hawaiian in that the moon and the river and the sun become like a lover. That's a very Hawaiian analogy. So it was very, very easy for me to sing.
Embrace, oh, how I dreamed I might be like the velvet moon. I might be like the river wind. I might be like the morning sun to you. Ooh. Like a lover.
Well, don't go away. We'll be right back with more of the Hamakua Music Festival Jazz Getaway. But right now, we're going to explore some poolside here at the beautiful Fairmont Orchid Hotel on the Big Island of Hawaii on Jazz Alley TV.
Don't go away, because I'm coming up next at the Hamakua Jazz Festival. And that isn't any stuff.
Welcome back to Jazz Alley TV, and right now we're out exploring the Kehalakekua Bay, the site where Captain Cook was killed. So right now we're going to take you back for more of the Hamakua Jazz Getaway on Jazz Alley TV.
Always liked music, and my mother loved jazz. So my mother had records by Jimmy Longford, Chick Webb, Tommy Dorsey, Jimmy Dorsey, Charlie Barnett, Count Basie, and I'm thankful for her for having that, because my ears were educated. You see, you educate your ears by what you listen to. You know, you might know, but subliminally, I mean, that's what's happening. That's why so many people, like I think today, their ears aren't very educated. Yeah, that book, boy, and tells all about how 25 million years ago, like, started forming and whatnot. And just think, you're looking at that lava, and that's millions of years old, you know, and it's still, the island is still being enlarged by the volcano, and you can take all of the islands in Hawaii and put them on the Big Island, and there would still be room here. It's gorgeous. Yeah. I like to let the people know I love my wife too.
You get a shot of her.
Yeah.
Aloha from the Big Island, and thank you for having us. We love being here. We love this island. We love coming back, and we want to come back as often as we can. It's becoming kind of a second home for us, and we feel so comfortable here. The people on the Big Island are so amazingly fabulous. They're just friendly and kind, wonderful people. So the island is special because at every part, we drove the island last time we were here, and every mile gave us something different to look at. The rainforest, Hilo, the volcanoes, the Kona side. You can never tell that we're in love with it, can you?
Tonight I'm featuring a bunch of songs off my new CD, some off the old ones. One of them is an original tune I wrote last year specifically for this new recording. It's called In the Glow of the Moon.
It's midnight, standing in the glow of the moon. I fear this lovely springtime will be vanishing too soon, just like the moon. Dare I imagine gazing at the bright starry sky and sadly wondering why.
I started playing piano when I was just 2 years old, and I always wanted to be a pianist. In my early 20s in college, I was going for classical piano. I'd started to dabble in with jazz and started to have some hand problems. Had 2 surgeries on my hand, which took about 3.5 years. During that time, I started singing. It was, I guess, my creative outlet at the time. I didn't think that then, but started, you know, when my hand got better, I started playing and singing. Moved to New York, and I've been there about 15 years. And the last, say, 3 or 4 years, I've been doing a lot of traveling. Europe, Japan, the States, Canada, and now Hawaii.
One day, someone may be waiting for me to come and stay. Could be next May, but now it is after midnight.
Well, don't go away. We'll be right back with more of the Hamakua Music Festival Jazz Getaway. And right now, we're out exploring the big island of Hawaii. And in the background, you can see the Hale'okeawe, which is a temple where they house the Ali'i's bones, which are the king's bones. There's over 23 of the king's bones in this area. So stay tuned for some more Jazz Alley.